Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. Hey there, friends. You know, I've been parked in my favorite chair every afternoon for decades watching General Hospital, and let me tell you, this latest bit of news about Maxie Jones really got me thinking. Poor Kirsten Storms has been catching more than her fair share of hard knocks lately. From what I've been hearing, her social media got hacked at the start of the year, then came that scary almost break-in at her apartment, and now folks are saying she might even be losing her home. Bless her heart, that's a heavy load for anybody to carry. When you've given so many years to one character like she has with Maxie, it's got to feel like the whole world is piling on. I remember thinking the other day, Lord, give that girl some breathing room. Life can be tough enough without all that mess following you around. That's probably why we haven't seen much of Maxie on screen since she woke up from that coma. Week after week, I'd tune in, hoping to catch her bright smile and that sassy little attitude she's famous for, but she's been missing in action. It left a lot of us longtime viewers scratching our heads and wondering what in the world was going on behind the scenes. You start missing those familiar faces, don't you? Maxie's always been one of the spark plugs in Port Charles, funny, tough, full of heart, and always getting herself into some kind of delightful trouble. Well, naturally, the rumor mill started turning full speed. I've seen plenty of chatter saying maybe Kirsten needs a little time off to sort out her personal troubles and that Molly Burnett could step in as the new Maxie. Some folks are pushing pretty hard for it, saying one person shouldn't hold up the whole show. I understand that side too. The story has to keep moving. But I'll be honest with you, it makes me a little sad. Maxie isn't just any character. She's been part of the fabric of this town for so long. Replacing her feels like changing the color of the sky in Port Charles. Of course, the fans are all over the map on this one, just like they always are. You've got your anti-fan types being real sharp about it, saying time's up and bringing somebody fresh. Then you've got the kinder hearts saying we should give Kirsten every chance to come back when she's ready. I saw one comment the other day that really stuck with me. Somebody wrote they actually liked it when Jen Lilly played Maxie for a stretch. Said it wasn't taking anything away from Kirsten at all, and since Maxie doesn't always have the biggest storyline going on, having her pop in and out from time to time would be just fine. You know, that makes a lot of sense to an old fella like me. Sometimes a little break lets the character come back even stronger. I've been thinking back on all the years I've watched Maxie grow up on that show, from the wild young girl to the strong woman she is now. She's had her heartbreaks, her laughs, her schemes, and her big moments of love and loss. That's what keeps me coming back day after day. These characters feel like old neighbors. So whether it's Kirsten returning with fresh energy or Molly Burnett giving us her own take on the role, I just hope the writers do right by Maxie. Give her a real juicy storyline again, maybe some romance, some funny trouble with her friends, or even a little family drama. That's the kind of thing that makes an afternoon feel brighter. At the end of the day, I'm pulling for Kirsten to get through this rough patch. Nobody deserves all that trouble on top of trying to do their job. But I'm also pulling for the show to keep shining because General Hospital has been a steady friend through a lot of my own ups and downs over the years. Hey, let me sit with you a while and really talk about what's been going on with Maxie Jones on General Hospital. It's been heavy on my mind these past few weeks. You know, life has been throwing one tough punch after another at Kirsten Storms. First, her accounts got hacked early this year. Then came that frightening moment when someone nearly broke into her apartment, and now the word is she might even be losing her home. My heart just aches for her. She's a woman who's already carrying so much, and on top of all that private pain, she's been noticeably absent from our screens. Ever since Maxie woke up from that coma, she's barely been around. I keep tuning in every afternoon, hoping to catch even a short scene of her, that familiar sparkle in her eyes, that quick wit and little smile that always lights up Port Charles. But week after week, nothing. It leaves a real empty spot in the show for a lot of us. I've been watching General Hospital for so many years that Maxie feels like one of the kids I've seen grow up right in front of me. I remember when she was that wild, mischievous young girl causing all kinds of trouble. Then she grew into this strong, funny, big-hearted woman who could make you laugh 1 minute and reach for a tissue the next. She's had so many beautiful storylines, falling in love, becoming a mother, losing people she cared about, and always bouncing back with that sassy spirit. That's why it feels extra unfair right now. A woman going through so many real life storms, and then the character she loves playing just fades into the background. It's rough. A lot of fans feel the same deep sympathy. We've seen her give everything to Maxie for years, and now we're all pulling for her to find some peace and stability. Even her co-stars on the show have quietly sent messages of support, hoping she gets through this difficult chapter and comes back stronger. That kind of kindness from the cast always touches me. It reminds you that behind the cameras, these are real people with real hearts. Of course, the rumors haven't slowed down one bit. Plenty of folks are saying maybe it's time for Molly Burnett to step in and play Maxie for a while. Some are pretty blunt about it. One person can't hold up the whole production when life gets this complicated. I understand that side too. The stories in Port Charles have to keep rolling. But I also see the other side, the kinder hearts, who say we should give Kirsten every chance to return when she's ready. One comment I read really stayed with me. Someone wrote, "I wonder why they don't find a replacement for the storylines that should have her." KS is beloved and is the main reason I started watching GH, but the writers have other stories to tell. That's a fair point. Maxie has always been a big draw for many of us, but there are so many other characters and plots moving forward every day. I've been imagining what I'd love to see whenever Maxie does come back, whether it's Kirsten bringing her back to life or Molly giving us a fresh version. Maybe they'll let her dive right into some family moments with her kids, those quiet, tender scenes that always hit home. Or perhaps they'll give her another fun scheme with Spinelli, the kind that has her grinning and getting into just enough trouble to make us laugh. A new romance could be nice too, something sweet and hopeful after everything she's been through. The writers have a real gift for weaving these characters' lives together, and I trust they'll do right by Maxie. They always seem to aim for what's best for the audience in the long run. Until the producers say something official, we're all just waiting and wondering. They haven't made any public comment yet, but when they do, it'll spread fast among us longtime viewers. In the meantime, the show keeps airing every weekday on ABC. I make sure to check my local schedule so I don't miss a single episode. It's funny how these daytime dramas become part of your daily life. Maxie has brought me joy on so many ordinary afternoons when I needed a smile or a good story to escape into. So even with all the uncertainty swirling around Kirsten right now, I'm holding on to hope. Hope that she finds some calm in her personal storms, and hope that our favorite sassy redhead finds her way back to Port Charles before too long. Whether she stays or someone new steps in temporarily, I just want that character to keep shining because she's brought too much light to too many of us over the years. What about you? Have you been missing Maxie's energy on the show? Do you think a little time away might actually help the stories later, or are you hoping she returns exactly as she was? I'd love to hear your thoughts because talking about these characters with other fans always makes the wait a little easier. So tell me, have you been missing Maxie on your screen too? Are you hoping she comes back soon, or do you think a new face might bring something fresh? I'd love to hear what you think because us longtime viewers have to stick together. I'll keep my eyes on the tube and let you know what happens next. Take care now, and God bless.